In this video, we're going to go over 3 dump trailer upgrades that you may not even know existed. So the first upgrade is a wireless remote app. Notice that I didn't just say a wireless remote though. That's because while wireless remotes are awesome, they have one very big downfall. The remote. Most of the time, these things are so small that you could easily lose them in your truck, not to mention accidentally drop them at the dump or wherever it is that you're unloading. And new remotes aren't cheap. A lot of them are upwards of $150 for a replacement remote. So you definitely don't want to be buying them more than you have to. That's why most of my customers just keep their wireless remote in the center console of their truck and opt for the wired remote. And if they have employees, they sure as heck don't let them touch the wireless remote. What if there's a better way though? Introducing the KTI Bluetooth wireless remote. This is one of those things that you look at and say, why did no one do this sooner? It's also something you look at and say, why have I not heard about this before? Now, not all wireless remote systems are going to have this capability. In fact, KTI is the only one I know of at the moment who has it. But if you're looking for ways to improve your dump trailer, this is one you should definitely consider. Before I get to the second dump trailer upgrade, it's my goal to help people make the most informed decisions possible when it comes to trailer purchases. So if that's something that you need, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you already know a lot about trailers, still subscribe anyway and help people down in the comments to know even more. I currently work in the trailer industry, so I definitely know a lot about trailers, but I'm also learning new things every day. So hop down in the comments and maybe you'll teach me something as well. The second upgrade that's worth considering is two-tone paint. Now, I guarantee that some of you are thinking, I don't need stupid two-tone paint. My father used a black trailer, my grandfather used a black trailer, and my great-grandfather used a black trailer, so plain black is fine by me. Don't worry though, I have no intentions of forcing you to get one that you don't want. I do think there are 3 things to consider though. Number 1, two-tone trailers look awesome. Tell me I'm wrong, honestly. Now, obviously this by itself probably isn't a very good reason to buy one, but it is a bonus for sure. Number 2, and the real thing I think you should consider about a two-tone paint job is theft prevention. Yep, you heard me right. Just think about it. If you're a thief looking to steal a trailer, are you going to go for the one that stands out or the one that looks like every other trailer out there? Also, if the trailer does get stolen, it's going to be a lot easier to track down a black trailer with a lime green frame than it is to track down just a regular old black trailer. Not only does it stand out more, but it's also going to give you more to tell the police so that they have more to go off of when they're looking for it. Now, is having two-tone paint going to completely prevent you from having your trailer stolen? No. But with trailer theft becoming more and more of an issue, any way that we can find to prevent it seems like a good idea to me. Number 3, and the last thing I think you should consider, is the fact that it'll help your business stand out. Obviously, if you're not using the dump trailer for business purposes, then this doesn't really matter to you. But if you are, then it's definitely worth considering. Just look at these 2 trailers. Which one stands out to you more? I think I've proven my point. Now, on to the next upgrade. That one is actually a very good segue to the third upgrade, which is engineered sidewalls. Not every trailer brand offers engineered sidewalls, but my guess is that it won't be too long before they do, for a couple of reasons. Number 1, like two-tone paint, they look awesome. Can you honestly say that you'd prefer a standard, plain black dump trailer just like everyone else has than this dump trailer that has super sleek walls and looks totally different than everything else out there? Again, looks aren't everything, and my second reason for these walls being a good upgrade is actually way more important. Even so though, having a trailer with engineered walls will help you stand out from the crowd. Number 2, and really the bigger reason I think you should consider engineered sidewalls in your next dump trailer, is because they're actually much more efficient. Now, I'm not an engineer, so let's just get that out of the way right now, but I have done quite a bit of research into this feature, and what I found is actually really surprising. Take this trailer behind me as an example. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, that's cool. You know, it's got a much sleeker design. It looks a lot different, but it also doesn't have the standard supports that most other dump trailers have. So, I mean, is it really going to be all that strong? Well, then later I found out that that ridge is actually added in there to give it extra strength, which again is pretty cool. And I thought, oh wow, but my mind wasn't blown or anything like that by it. The thing that blew me away is when I found out that these walls are actually engineered to be just as strong as your standard 10 gauge walls while only being 12 gauge steel. What that means is that they're using this ridge that stands out and looks super cool so that they can also use a lighter gauge of steel, but they're making it just as strong as your standard dump wall. Why should you care? Because that lighter steel means more payload. Remember, you have to take your trailer's weight out of the GVWR to get your payload, so the less your trailer weighs, the more weight you can put in it. In this case, they don't actually save you a ton on weight, but that's because they also include an 8 gauge floor. So you're upgrading your payload a little bit, and you're putting more strength in the floor, which is going to be the first place that's going to get messed up when something does. In my opinion, that's an upgrade that's worth considering. Now, I do have a bonus, but before I get there, make sure to like the video and also to share it with a friend who's looking at dump trailers. And if you've made it this far in the video without subscribing, why not? I mean, seriously, throw a comment down below and let me know why you haven't subscribed yet. That way I can make my next video better. Now for the bonus, which goes hand in hand with engineered frames. That's because it's an engineered tongue or neck. I had someone looking at one of these trailers and they ended up not buying it because they thought the tongue would be too weak. And I totally get that point of view because it's new, and all things new always look a little bit funny at first. If you actually buckle down and do the research though, you'll find that engineered tongues and engineered goosenecks actually have the same advantages as engineered sidewalls. They're stronger because of the way that they're built, and they weigh less. So you get the best of both worlds. Don't believe me? Just check out the article that I linked down below. It's from Diamond C, who is known for having some of the highest quality trailers on the market and for being one of the first manufacturers to start engineering goosenecks. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.